So by this point, you might have already seen yesterday's video in which I talk about the ways I was going to pivot the Royal Rogue. And well, I made a couple of promises. I was going to analyze George's birthday picture and Queen Camilla's birthday picture as well. So it's, when I make a promise, I will make sure to do the right thing and go for it. Let's start with the Queen Camilla. It was some days I was off, but both the royal family and the Prince and Princess of Wales shared the picture ahead of Her Majesty's 78th birthday tomorrow. A new picture of the Queen has been released by Buckingham Palace. The image was taken this month in the garden at Raymill, Her Majesty's private home in Wiltshire, by none other than the Beast, Chris Jackson. And the picture, let's talk about the picture. The first thing that I noticed, that there's something that I have with colors. I would like a tie with maybe not the pattern. Maybe the pattern is too looks like tropical, not tropical. Looks with some leaves and palms. Looks very vivid, but the colors, this pattern of colors is one of my favorite. Has everything that I like. Has blues, has greens, has purples especially. I love the color, the purple color. And of course, maybe not of course, but in so many instances, we see that the pictures of the royal family are outdoors. And one thing that gives that outdoors look, of course, the natural lighting. And the UK, that is so beautiful, the natural lighting. Some people say, oh yeah, it could be cloudy. It's so hard to have this really sunny days. And in this case, I could tell by the shadows that it was not that much of a sunny day, but it is great because there were no hard shadows on the Queen. And well, she looked evenly lit and really nice with her expression. One thing that is so hard, and most people maybe are not aware of, is one of the hardest parts of being a good portrait photographer is that you have to capture a person's facial expression in the sense that you capture their personality. And sometimes you have to capture the personality in just one shot, and you have just one shot. That's why you usually take many pictures of the same scene to make sure that the smile is on point. Her smile is on point. The posture is on point. Looks very hands-on. Looks totally relaxed. I love this picture. And what else can I say? No, it's like I was mesmerized by the pattern of her blouse. I'm sorry. I'm total noob in when it comes to accessories. I don't know her earrings. Maybe her earrings have some kind of, they look like I thought at first that those were heart-shaped earrings, but no, it's more like a leaf with a couple gemstones and a very, very, let me see, there's some kind of, some details. I'm pretty sure that you in the comments can help me with this, because in terms of royal jewelry, I am once again the new kid on the block. But again, I can appreciate a great picture. I have the idea that this was picture that had a little more of the background, and it was cropped to have Queen Camilla much more prominent in the frame, and it was spot on. So we move on to George. Oh, George, I also left George out. How could I? Well, the Prince and Princess of Wales on July 22nd shared happy 12th birthday to Prince George. And George, we were talking about Charlotte the other day, that he's growing. These kids are growing so fast. What is going on? And then I remember, oh yeah, I know what's going on. It's the genes, right? There's so many. The internet nowadays is ablaze with the topic of jeans, not blue jeans or denim. No, the jeans, the jeans that from George's parents, especially William, who is so tall, and I see one thing that is so great to see in George. He looks relaxed. One thing that I always notice in George that he is a bit tense. You know that I don't like to analyze kids. I just analyze what I see on videos or photos released by the Prince and Princess of Wales. Nothing else. But it's great to see George really relaxed, really confident. It's interesting that the topic, so to speak, and the posture is similar in the sense that in this case, in George's case, let's say that the colors have been let's say, are a bit warmer, all right? In this case, well, he's also wearing warmer colors. Even so, his shirt has shades of the same colors that you already know that I love and like. But those that vest, right? That is the word. That vest is the perfect combination to blend in that nature background. But again, the expression, it's great to see George relaxed. No, it has to be, stressing sometimes, saying that you will be king one day and all the sort of stuff. At the same time, I'm pretty sure that Catherine and William, especially Catherine, make sure that kids, and George especially, he remains confident. He has a childhood. He has a childhood and can enjoy being a child because everything will be in due time. There will be time for everything, but it's great. It's great to see George. And this attitude, this picture, by the way, is by Josh Schinner. I don't remember any other pictures by Josh Schinner, but this one was spot on. The most important thing is to make the subject, this case, George is a bit like a pun not intended, right? George is not going to be the subject. Someday he's not going to be the subject. We are going to be the subjects. But then there's a video out there also posted by the Prince and Princess of Wales in which the three siblings are, oh my God, this is so great. It's so great. And thanks, we have to thank both William and Catherine for just bringing this to us. I know so many people. It's this virtually my whole account on X. I know that everyone who follows me on X is basically a fan of the Prince and Princess of Wales. There are exceptions, of course, but all of them are fans of the royal family in general. We are fans of the royal family. So this is pretty much welcome all the time when we see that not only in the picture, but in the video they took, that George has, has that hint of awkwardness. It's normal. I'm 12 years old. Who wasn't awkward at that age? It's perfectly normal, but you can see that he's got the right stuff, and we're not talking about astronauts in the 50s, which we could talk about. It's the same, you have the right stuff. I remember that book by Tom Wolfe. Have you read it? Great book, by the way. But this is the future of the monarchy, and since we're gonna be talking about the monarchy more in this channel, I thought that it was important to, have a nice let's say impression or revision of what the Prince and Princess of Wales have shared. But let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.